everyone, I'm DIY Deborah and welcome to my channel where we'll be covering food, recipes, lifestyle, and DIY, specializing in gluten and dairy free. If this is something that you enjoy, please come along with me. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a DIY project. I had purchased this Ikea cutting board off Facebook Marketplace for $5 and kind of stumbled upon a really great hack that is going to make a beautiful item for my kitchen. Now I will show you a picture of what the cutting board looks like before I added the pieces of wood. Since I partially started this project, I kind of thought, maybe there's someone out there that is similar to me, has an apartment size oven, and would find this hack and kitchen item extremely useful. So yeah, I will link in the description box below the pieces of wood and the cost and the things that I got to create this item. So let's see what we turned this Ikea cutting board into. Let's get DIY. So I had started off with some scrap pieces of wood that I cut into 18 inches long with my jigsaw. Now you're going to see here where I had already added some 1x1x8 18-inch strips to the side of the cutting board. That I had done previously and then realized that maybe someone would find this video useful if you have a smaller oven in your home and you're wanting this to make this for your oven. After cutting off the 18-inch pieces, I then sanded them so that they would be nice and smooth. And then after I sanded them, we are going to glue them to the top of the cutting board. And you're going to see here in a second, I decided just to glue them with wood glue and not put any brad nails in so that I'd have any holes to fill. I was trying to, limit the amount of work that I had to do. So these are the 1x1 pine boards that as you can see, I had nailed them to each side because the cutting board was slightly not wide enough for the oven cover. So by adding this, and it's $1.88 at Home Depot, I will list all of the prices and the wood. Now this wood that I'm putting on top, that is scrap wood that I had at home, so I will try and link that as well on how much that would cost to get at Home Depot. But the little 1x1 pine boards that I brad nailed into the side and also glued with wood glue were $1.88 each, and I got 2 of them, and I got them to cut them down for me at Home Depot. So then I am gluing on these side pieces. I think they are a 1x4 by 18 inches. I will put all the dimensions and everything that you're going to need in the description box down below. Once that was together and hardened, I let it sit overnight. I had painted it with some Adirondack white chalk paint. It took me a couple of coats as I found the paint was extremely thick. I ended up having to water it down. As you can see here, it was super thick and streaky. So I did decide to water it down and put on a second coat. So once I let the first coat dry, I then water down my chalk paint, and if you find that your chalk paint is a little bit thick, don't be afraid to water it down a little bit. So then I place my second coat and then I let that dry. And then I will proceed to take a couple of Dollarama sanding blocks and sand down and scuff up the board. Then I will take a wet wipe and wipe down the surface so that there's no dust or residue when I go to put on my stencil. I decided to use a carbon stencil method to transfer a design onto the front of this cover. I thought this would be the easiest with what I had on at home. And yeah, so that's what I do. You just take some carbon paper and put it on the back. Make sure that the carbon side is facing onto your design so that it actually will trace out. And then I just hand traced, it wasn't too difficult, hand traced it on, and then I filled in the words with a paint pen and some of my black Adirondack chalk paint. So there you can see the design. Now one thing about the carbon stencil, the carbon paper, it can leave some carbon residue onto your white paint, though I do scuff it up at the end so it does kind of blend in nicely and you don't really notice. But after this is completely dry, I then give it one coat of water-based polyurethane, especially since it was going to be around the oven or the kitchen. Then I got these little handles, these Richelieu farmhouse handles at Home Depot. They were $3.85 each. Now the little 1x2 pine board that I got them to cut for me into 18 inches or it's 18 and like an eighth of an inch at Home Depot, they were $1.88 each, and then these handles were $3.85 each. The board that the handles are attached to were free that I had at home, but you can get one 1x4 like for around $2 at Home Depot and just get them to cut that there for you. So I'm into this for about $17, $3.85 for each handle, $1.88 for each wood, the $5 for the cutting board. So yeah, super simple and great. I mean, this size cutting board from Ikea fits perfect to make a smaller oven cover. So then I proceed to scuff it up a little bit with some black chalk paint as to not be like so stark white and to hide a little bit of the carbon paper. But I hope you really enjoyed this project and found it helpful. So yeah, that's it. My IKEA hack oven cover. So there you have it. Did you know what it was? Are you surprised? This IKEA cutting board hack that I kind of stumbled upon is fabulous. It makes a beautiful oven cover, and I will put the measurements of my oven, so if you happen to have an oven of similar size, you can make this for your home. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed my content, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell, as it really helps support my channel. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, which a lot of you starting out in YouTube know that is the magic number. So thank you to everyone that is a part of my community. I love you all. We'll see you again soon, friends. Bye-bye.